You had a very unique perspective on exactly what was happening within the regime and with the president, who seemed very much disconnected from reality of all of those protests swirling around them at the time.
I think he used the right word. He was completely disconnected from what's going on. I believe that the man who is running the show at that time was his son, Gamal. And I believe that a lot of mistakes has been done at that time. He was insisting that to continue to the end, to be in power, however it goes. It went, I mean. In these days, Hosni Mubarak, as a president, he was disconnected from the reality. When I saw him, when I talked to him, actually at midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, midnight, 10th of February, he was talking about he wants to talk to people to tell them what did he do in the last 30 years. So in this minute, I discovered that he is completely disconnected from the reality. When he recorded his speech the other day, he was just normal person. He was just calm. Everything was calm in the palace at the time, in spite that the streets are completely boiling at the time. So again, yeah.
I was just going to say, sorry to interrupt, my apologies, but could you just tell us about, what I found particularly interesting was the back and forth about the speech, because I remember as a reporter, as a journalist, we were waiting for these speeches to happen. They never seemed to happen, and then what we expected to happen never eventuated. So what exactly was going on?
What happened exactly, that a lot of people tried at that time to make pressure on the president to take the right decision. I was one of them to pressure somehow in many ways. And the only thing we were expecting at the time to have the president to have his speech by 4 p.m. at that day, Thursday, 10th of February. When the information minister went there to sit with the president and Gamal, they stayed over starting from 2 p.m. until 10 p.m. working on the speech. They were just trying to make up the speech to put him in the man who is still in control. And this is the main mistake he did at that time. He said that I will see, I will observe, I will take care of everything. So this is what the people were expecting at the time. The least were expecting that to say that, yes, I'm wrong, I will just deliver the power to the vice president and will stay away looking, supervising what's going on. But this is, again, I believe that it was his son Gamal. He was just trying to control everything.
You also described this moment in the book when the world, Cairo, Egypt, everybody was waiting for the president to leave, but all of this was held up by Mr. Mubarak's wife. What are the details there?
Actually, as I said in my book, that at this day, at noon time, he went to Sharm el-Sheikh and he just took the phone and told the Field Marshal Tantawi that I'm stepping down, giving the authority, and Omar Sulaiman just recorded the statement. One of the generals came to my office with a tape, and we were sitting starting from 4 p.m., I would say, or 3 p.m., until 6 p.m. We were waiting to clearance to broadcast the statement. By that time, we were waiting, or they were waiting, for Mubarak's son, Ala, and Gamal, and his wife to fly to him to Sharm el-Sheikh as well. So the ex-First Lady, Mrs. Mubarak, at the time, she was at their villa. She was and nearly break down. Her dream just collapsed. I mean, it's a very sad human moment for her. So she was broke down at the time, and even the guards tried to help her standing up. And when she went to the helicopter, the general with me told me that she is going back again to the villa, to the presidential place, just to collect something. She might forget it or so. And so we waited until 6 p.m. Or a minute past 6 p.m. just to broadcast the Omar Sulaiman statement that Mubarak stepped down.
Okay, and finally, sir, you yourself have been criticized by many people for your role in essentially spreading propaganda for the regime, reporters who did not report what was going on in Tahrir Square. A year on, what do you say?
what I can say in this few seconds, that I have the full story in my book. And I believe that if someone goes through my book, he will discover that we were trying, myself and my people at that time, to minimize the damage for the nation and for the media at that time. And there is 2 periods in this area, starting from 25th of January until 2nd of February. And this is the time, 2nd of February, when we took decision at the time that we will just broadcast professionally. And this is the time we had a less pressure than the pressure between 25th and 2nd of February.